Well, I think it's about time I do a voiceover to show you how I do my curly hair. Keep in mind, I switch things up often, but this is my most recent routine. Fresh out of the shower, I put in this leave-in all over, and then I detangle my hair. This was something that took me a while to get over. I had always thought that brushing out your curly hair made it so it wouldn't curl, but oh my gosh, it has been a game changer for me. I use this mousse for volume. It doesn't necessarily help the curls, but it helps me get volume at the roots, which is something that I really struggle with. I actually use this volumizer when I do a blowout. I'm sectioning my hair in half and putting one side up so I can focus on the other side. I find this is the easiest for me and hurts my neck the least. This gel, this is actually the only curly hair product that I've ever repurchased. It's amazing. Like if I could use nothing else, it would be this gel. You need hardly any. It holds really well and it helps to control frizz. So I'm just raking it through my hair. And then I'm filling a bowl with just a little bit of water. You don't need much, and then dipping my whole hair into it. I know it seems counterintuitive, but this actually helps to really spread the gel out and like diffuse it in a purposeful amount. And it also helps to re-wet the hair so you can have better curl and hold and control. I'd always tried to do my hair from like sopping wet from the shower or like respray it, and it never worked. And I finally got on board with the bowl method. But it only works for me if I split my hair in half and do side by side. Otherwise, it just hurts my neck so bad. So as you can see, I'm just squeezing out the excess water. There's still quite a bit of gel in there, and I'm squeezing it into the bowl because I'm actually going to use that gelled water a little bit later. You can see the curls are starting to get more defined and clump up, and the water didn't rinse out all the product. I'm such a believer in this method. Next, I go in with mousse, and I really don't have a preference of which mousse. I'm just shopping my product graveyard at this point. But I kind of pancake it on, careful not to mess up the clumps, but I do want to make sure that I get it all over my hair. And then I start scrunching some more. I have a towel down on the floor so that if anything's dripping, it's easy to wipe up. And then I take a microfiber towel and start scrunching some more, and this will help to get out any excess water and even some excess product. And just watch, it's so satisfying to see those curls really start to form. I do the same thing to the other side, and then I douse it with this hairspray. It makes a really nice cast to help kind of hold the curls and keep them in place. It helps to reduce frizz, and it also has some really, really good benefits for your scalp, including hair growth ingredients. So I use this hairspray whenever I can. Now back to the gel water. I found that I don't focus as much on my ends, and so they kind of look a little dry and scraggly. And so I started doing this, and I really like the way that it helps my ends hold a curl and look nice and shiny and defined. This is another product that I use whether I'm doing curls or blowing my hair out. It is a root volumizer. I need all the help I can get at my roots. And now I diffuse. You'll notice I'm keeping my head kind of tipped so that my roots are pulled away from my scalp, and I really focus the diffuser on the roots. A big mistake I see a lot of people make is moving the diffuser around too much and kind of like trying to force the curls. I got my curls where I wanted them with the product and the microfiber towel, and now I'm just trying to force them to dry. So I actually try to move my hair as little as possible. My main focus here is getting my roots away from my head and dried. That is the most important to me, to get as much volume as I can. So I spend the majority of the time with my head tilted and the diffuser focused on those roots. Once the roots are dry, I just kind of hover like this to get the rest of my hair as dry as possible, moving my hair as little as possible. I really want to force it dry in this curl pattern. And by the way, this is the Shark Flex style, and I absolutely love it. And this is the reality. I usually end up on my floor so that I can prop my arm up on my knee, and I just keep drying. Anytime I show this, I get comments about what a process this is, and to be honest, it takes just as much time for me to blow out my hair and get it smooth and straight as it does to do this, so I'm just kind of used to the process. I do this till my hair is about like 80 or 90% dry, and then I'll go do my makeup. Here we go. This is what it looks like once it's totally dry but still in like a cast. Use a little bit of oil. I don't have a preference on an oil, and I just kind of break out that cast. Scrunch out the crunch, they call it. Then I'll separate some curls for some more definition because they always kind of get a little bit clumped together. Oh, look at that one. That is a good one. I prefer a beachier look versus a more like shiny ringlet defined look, and so I spray a little bit of this texture spray in the roots, and then I do a real nice fluff and a real aggressive head flip. I just prefer that more lived in kind of beachy look. Here's the view from the back, and yes, that hair is bothering me just as much as it's bothering you. Anyway, I hope that helps. I have noticed that the more consistent I am, the better my curls get. Obviously, I'll link everything in the description.